Hello, good evening, everyone. How are you all? Hope things are going smooth at your end, that is, personal front. Right. Anyways, nice. Uh, Professional fronts, of course, always things cannot be smooth, we know it. There will be some vicissitudes, that means ups and downs in life. There will be things surprisingly happening beyond our imagination or beyond our expectations, and it is there in our hands how we respond to them. And we also see people coming and going. Old ones go, new ones come, and we do not even know how things are going to be handled, maybe in the run, whether it is a short run or a long run, but everything will have its place. Everywhere we go, we know that there is something very fishy. It's our own preparation. What makes us feel better is our preparation to face any kind of a situation. Apart from that, there is nothing that we are going to see smooth. Right. In every place we go, for any kind of an institution, there is one which is very clear, that is target, our goals. Every institution has a goal. Every management has a goal. Every administration has a goal. Every individual has a goal. Parents have their goals. Students have their goals. And as teachers, we also need to have our goals. We need to have our goals set up. And the targets are there laid on the front office people also. That's also very clear. They have their targets. Yes, we want these many admissions by this time. And how you're going to just do that, of course, it is up to you. But we need these many admissions by this year. Then only there will be some increment. If more number of students are there, increment will be there for the admin staff and even for the teachers also. All these will be there in every institution. We are not going to crib about any institution. Institution is there to grow its business. This is known to each and every one of us. And our role, of course, we have to play, and it should be a smooth role. And when is it really going to be very smooth for us? This is what we need to think about. For everyone, the smoothness will come only after experiencing some hard things in life. The person who had experienced all the hard blows will have a smooth run later, because that person will have all the techniques how to handle different situations. Right from the beginning, no one has got any smooth run. And the one who is prepared to face any hard situation will alone have a smooth run in the longer run. Yes, and this is true. And at the same time, every experienced person is not a skilled person. We know it, and in the last audio, of course, I have just put that same thing again. Of course, in the YouTube audio, which I just placed. So every experienced person is not a smart person. Experience in the sense, working experience, working in the same grounds, working in the same level, in the same position, and working with the same quality of work the person is doing. Of course, these things are always there. A skilled person is different. A hard-working person will not be questioned much. A skilled person will be appreciated along with his hard work. This, of course, was already mentioned in my previous audio, and this is common. And any institution wants to have someone who is able to handle any kind of a situation. Whenever we go for an interview, the interviewer tries to find a person who is going to be a problem solver, not a problem creator or a problem observer. There are people who keep observing the problems and they just see the tamasha and then they just while away the time. But on the other hand, there are two other people. One is a problem creator, the person who creates problem in different ways, right from any position to any position, right from ground level to the top level. No one is correct. At the same time, everyone is not to be criticized. Depends on the situation, depends on how the person has been taken into and what kind of a person has been taken. And now they will also see if the person taken into any kind of a system is a challenging person or not. That means, are you going to pose a challenge against them? Otherwise, you are the person who can face any kind of a challenge. They will observe that. In such case, in such a condition, or in such a situation, of course, you will have to prove that you can face any kind of a challenge. You're a person who can face any challenge and will not bring any kind of problem to the institution, because they do not want any problem creators. They want problem solvers everywhere, not in just one institution or an organization. In any organization, they want problem solvers. Now, we have to see ourselves whether we are problem solvers or not. That is one main thing. And if at all we have to be taken as problem solvers, then we should know what problems come in any organization or in any institution. Suppose for us, school is the thing, and in any school, what are the different problems that crop up? So in such situations, when problems crop up in schools, what should we do? And for what problem, what solution is there? So we have to list out different kinds of problems that are there in every institution. We keep on searching for that one. We keep on thinking. We have to just imagine, and once you start thinking, your imagination starts working, and then you will have some number of problems that you can list out. You can just make a note of them, and for each and every problem, of course, you have to just think again. You have to make an analysis of how these problems cropped up, why they have come up, and what solutions can be there. Each problem has its own solution, but not one solution will work in every institution. That also there. Because suppose an institution called A is there, institution B is there, institution C is there. There are some institutions now. A, B, C has got the same problem, but the solution will not be the same for each of these. Problem is the same, but solutions will be different. Depends on the conditions, depends on the situations. For example, diabetes is the problem. It's a kind of hormonal imbalance. And with this, if you go to a doctor, one doctor gives one medication, the other doctor gives other medication, another doctor will give another medication. 3 doctors will give 3 different medicines for the same diabetes. Of course, you also have 2 different diabetes problems, type 1 and type 2. And for type 2, you will have maybe 3, 4, 5 different medications from 5 different doctors. Everyone will not give the same medicine. That is the same thing here also in institutions. Each problem has its different role in that institution. Depends on that place, depends on the kinds of parents, and it also depends on the kind of students that we do have and the knowledge that we have gained, and we are the ones to see, according to our situations, what solutions can come up. And each person will have to come up with some few 3 or 4 solutions. One will definitely work. We should have options there. Only when we come up with options, then we will be able to give the suggestions. Okay, there are some solutions. When a person comes up with a problem, we should not just end up with a problem saying, that means we should not just go on complaining about the problem, we should also come up with some solution. This, I think, can be one of the solutions that I have in my mind, but it is up to you, leaving it to either the administration or to the management. This is a wise thing that anyone can do. Are we capable of giving such suggestions or not? That, of course, we have to think of. Every person, every teacher or any kind of a worker, whatever our position is, right from teaching position to the front office position, anyone, because we are all working together in the same institution, right from administration, but as employees, the management people, of course, they are here to just take us inside. But if at all we have to work, so what is that we have to work with? First, we should know the goals. They have set their goals, but we should also have our goals now. So our goals will come with solutions. A person who comes with some solutions and have worked out on that and brought some success with that solution, and that person will be really a very good experienced person. Other people, just they worked, so I've got experience of 20 years, 25 years, 30 years. What is your experience? Just working, that's all. But is your experience on the skill or otherwise just on the work? If your experience is on the work, you are not a talented person. If your experience is on skills, then you are a talented person, and people want such people only. Where are your skills and on what? You know your problems. You know the solutions for those problems. You have that, then people want you. Then the people want to keep you. Otherwise, when a person wants to go away, they will not say anything. True, we may have some 100 reasons to just get away from the place. That's a different matter. But if at all we want to stick on to, that's again something else different. We should have enough skills in us. Some people show off as if they have maybe 10%, but they show off as if they have more than 60% of skills. But later on, after that is identified by the main people, then these people will find themselves in trouble. They may have to show a smile to just keep up their post. So this kind of a thing is there again. But if you really think of sticking on to something, some position in any place or in any institution, each one of us should start working on our skills, adding to our skills. And one more thing that can be added, working under a hard person, that means a hard administrator or a very difficult boss, will definitely give a wonderful experience, because that is the time when we just start working on different skills. We have to add our skills, and then we have to show. Only then, of course, our survival will also be seen. Otherwise things will be very difficult, very hard. There is no doubt about it. If at all we had a boss who was very smooth, very soft, then the person has not helped us at all. I always say to my students and even to my co-workers and even to the subordinates or to anyone in any of the meetings that I had earlier, I always said, my enemy is better than some 1,000 friends. If I have all enemies, then I will become a wonderful master. If I have so many friends, then I will be the most useless person on earth. I'll become. My skills will also go down. But if my enemy is there, my skills will come up, because that is the time when I take the challenge in order to work on the skills and work anything. I'll try to come up. I'll try to climb the ladder. Otherwise, no climbing the ladder or anything. So we should always think of if someone is going to be very hard, we need to see whether we can work under such person or not. Of course, saying is very easy, working is very difficult, but again, that alone brings our metal. Metal in the sense not gold or silver or iron or steel. Metal means the skill, our talent. So, how many of us are really talented and how many of us are skilled people? Let us think. And who is a skilled person according to any organization is the one who comes with some solution. And each one will have to know the problems first. Remember, I'm just repeating this. What is the repetition here? We need to know the problems in institutions. What is the problem as a worker and as an employee in a school? What problems do come? From where? From the public, from students, from parents, from other teachers. And for each and every problem, solutions are different again. Even for one problem, solution is different. There are so many problems, but each problem has got 3 to 4 solutions, and we should try or experiment on all those things so that we can stick on to one, and that alone gives a clear solution at the end. But at the same time, we should also see one more thing that is to be noted now. Today's solution will not be the same solution for the next year. Oh, I followed this last year, I can follow this next year also. No. Again, as trends keep changing, solutions also go on changing. Problems remain the same. They may increase, but previous problems will go on in the same manner in some institutions. For example, my skills will not, learning skills will not end today. And if 1 year I have worked, I have learned these skills, does not mean those skills that I have earned so far that they are enough. Suppose you have 10th class today and 12th class. 12th class is, this year's 12th class batch is finished, but next year you will have another 12th class batch and it will be more challenging to you. You do not know. I do not know. Same with the 10th class. And today your class teachership with grade 1. And today, wonderful, beautiful students, you have just made them. Now, I am free, I am very good, I have become a very good teacher, and I'm right now very happy, and don't think that happiness is going to continue in the same manner. Next year, you will have another first class batch, grade 1 batch, and that will be a new batch. New students will come, because they have come from UK. And UKG. So when they just come, again it will become the same problem, and then the next academic session will have new students with new challenges. This goes on. That is the same thing. Challenges and the problems, all these will remain throughout our lives as teachers. In the workplace, it is the same thing. There are only a few organizations where this kind of work will not be there. They will have a different smooth run. But if you go to the software industries, of course, they will have a lot of pressure, and that is the reason why they are getting so much of salary. Right? Why they are highly paid? Because of the risks that are involved in that kind of a work. Our work is also something which has got so much of risk, and we have to face, no doubt about that. And we need to face, and we need to be prepared for that also. And as employees in an institution, educational institution, first thing, remember the last repetition, know the problems, analyze those problems, how these problems have come, why those problems have come, from whom, and what are the measures that can be taken if at all they are just left. If they are unattended by any of the methods or measures, what further problems are going to come? So what kind of measures can be taken? We can of course take some suggestions from different people, and we should start experimenting on those solutions right now, on those measures. And one will become a solution, but that is not a final solution, because for this present situation, one solution will work. And as situations, as the days go on, as years go on, of course, different solutions will have to be worked upon. That is the thing. My dear friends, you have already known something, having worked for some years, or even for some time. For some of us, may not be years, just a few months, but still, it's not number of years which are going to be counted, but how much we have gained, how much we have experimented. Even in the first year, some can become experts. That is possible. We don't have to boast. We don't have to feel elated. We do not have to fly on the sky, because with some amount of knowledge that people have gained, they just keep flying in the sky. No. Let us not be there in the dreams. Let us be very practical. Anyone can be out at any time, because nothing is permanent. Nothing is going to remain there with us. We are also not there. We do not know. But wherever we go, what is there? Challenge is there. What is promising? Challenge is promising. What is promising? Problems are promising. Because everywhere we go, of course, problems will definitely be there. Can anyone say with guts, I will never have any problem anywhere? If I go into some other organization or some other institution, I will not have any problem? No. In different places, we have different problems. Can we face? Are we ready to face them? Then it's fine, well and good. But we should be well equipped with all the things that are necessary to face those challenges. So find out what they are, come up with solutions, become problem solvers, not problem observers. Never be problem creators at all, but always problem solvers, and you will be wanted by everyone. You will be on demand. Have a nice day. Thanks for your patience to listen to this.